Hi, so I've got some thoughts about humility that I need to work out. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm just going to chat for a couple of minutes at the camera about humility because it's come up a couple of times in the past couple of days. Aaron, you and I talked about it for a good little bit. And there's a feeling, I think, that humility means that we can't be proud of ourselves, that we can't celebrate our actions and celebrate what we do. If we are really good at something, like that's a light that we probably need to hide under a bushel because we need to be humble. But that is not at all what humility should be. We talked about it last semester in our spiritual discipline class, how humility isn't a spiritual discipline that you work on. You know, like you can fast and you can pray and you can do good acts for others. You can do a whole lot of spiritual discipline-y things, but none of those things are practicing humility, right? Like you don't go out and say, I'm going to be more humble today. That's not really how humility works. Humility is something that you receive or is formed in you, is probably a better way to say it, through the practice of spiritual disciplines. So when you're fasting, it reminds you that you are dependent on something that's not yourself. So like you have to have food to survive, and a fast reminds you of that. And where does that food come from? So when you're fasting in a Christian tradition, it reminds you that you are dependent on God for your being. I mean, like for your existence, you are contingent. And that is something that you get reminded of through fasting, and it's something that grows humility in you. You see your place a little bit more clearly. Humility is also grown through serving others, because you get to see the need of others and see that need reflected in yourself. You get to see how your actions impact others in a way, but you also need to know that it's not your actions that are really changing anything, right? It's you allowing God to work through you in the Christian tradition. Like you're not doing anything. And that's where the humility comes in. Proper humility is an understanding that the things that you feel that you're doing, the things that you feel that you're achieving, like that, everything is a gift, right? Like everything is a gift. And it's that understanding that humility comes out of, like understanding your place. If you are properly understanding your place in the world, you're going to be humble. Now, that does not mean that you don't get to celebrate the good and wonderful things in the world, right? So if you have made a wonderful, beautiful Pluto skirt that I'm so excited to receive, Joy, like that's going to be the best thing ever, and I'm so ready. If you have made a wonderful thing, celebrate that wonderful thing. Know where it came from. Know how it came to be. Understand that, like, it is not through your own virtue that you achieve things, but this wonderful thing was achieved through you and near you and in your life. And I understand that that's not a comfortable place to be, to say that I don't do anything, things are only done through me, and maybe to extend it to like I have no goodness, only like the goodness that I perceive to be mine is only God's goodness in me. That's a whole sermon. But I think that it's really valuable to sit back and understand what you can do and understand what you're celebrating when you're celebrating something. That's what I got. Talk to y'all later.